I need to check. How do I check? I've got absolutely no idea. This, as the title indicates, is my first ever live stream. I didn't announce it at all because, I mean, why the hell would I? Because that would be a terrible idea. But I'm just going to see how it goes. And, well, you know, there could be one or two people watching somewhere, and if they want to ask me any questions, then this is a good time to do that. I'm not sure really what to do with this once I've finished, you know. Hey, I can see myself here on the other screen. That's excellent. Look at that. It's all working. It's all working really well. And there's a lag though. I'm noticing that there's a lag between what I'm saying here and hello to Biblioteca José Fontaine Leal. Hello. Yeah, this is my first ever live stream, as you may have noticed. I am trying to get on. Hello, Roman. We're getting more people here. This is just essentially a test. I don't know if this is going to become a regular thing. And nice Spanish accent. Someone says I got a nice Spanish accent. I shouldn't have a Spanish accent because I'm speaking English, but how long have you been there for? I've been here for 12 years. 12 years since 2009. So, yeah, quite a long time now. And hello from Krakow. Hello, Teresa from Krakow. Excellent. This is going better than expected. I didn't expect anyone to start speaking so quick. Hello from Galicia. Wow, that's interesting. So you're from Galicia. I was trying to think of what I was going to say, but everyone's just talking to me. That's brilliant. From Galicia. I'm in Asturias, so not too far away. What part of Galicia are you from? Istanbul, Turkey. Amazing. This is bizarre. This is absolutely bizarre. Yeah, oh, exactly. Yeah, I'm from Asturias. I'm not from Asturias. I've lived here for a long time, though. From Gijón. From Italy, hello. Czech Republic. Wow, fantastic. Quite a bizarre, quite a surreal experience. I think I'm one of the last people on Earth to realise that you can do this kind of thing. From Ferrol. They're originally from Santander. I've never been to Ferrol. I've been to Santander. Santander's it's like a beautiful version of Gijón. Gijón is a great place to live. I really like it here, but, you know, it's not the best built city in the world, is it? If you've been here, you know, there's some pretty ugly buildings. Hi, Vanessa. Good to meet you too. Yeah, anyway, like I said, I don't know if this is going to become a regular thing or not. Am I going to be like the president of Mexico, is it? From Montevideo, Uruguay. South America, yeah. I play football with a couple of people from Uruguay. So, yeah. Is this stream going to be about a specific topic or just a nice conversation with your subscribers? I don't know. I was going to talk about something. But, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. This is really just a bit of a meet and greet. I thought I would just see what happened, basically. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to become like AMLO. Is AMLO? López Obrador? Have we got any Mexicans listening? If so, congratulations. I don't know if you're boxing fans, but I watched the fight on Saturday. Well, I watched it the next day on YouTube. Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. Destroying Caleb Plant. That was amazing. That was amazing, by the way. Whoa, what have we got here? It is a melting pot. You're right, Giovanni. Peruvian. We've got a Peruvian woman here. Fiorella. How do you pronounce that? Because I'm never sure with South American people. Do you go with the European pronunciation? What do we go with? We can talk about Gareth Bale and his bad performance in Real Madrid. Yeah. But what about his great Spanish? I mean, he speaks great Spanish. And anyway, Gareth Bale doesn't represent me. He's Welsh. I mean, he represents Wales, if that. Vincenza from Italy. Hello. Right. There we go. Fiorella. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Anyway, what are we going on about here? I was talking about boxing for a second. I'm not Welsh. Who's this person saying I'm Welsh? Necronomic. Necromanician. What's your name? Necronomicion. Necronomicion. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not Welsh. I'm English. I'm from Sheffield. Hi, pal. You're from Barcelona. Ah, cool. How's things there? Did you achieve C2 in Spanish? Asks Giovanni. No, I've never taken the test. No. I've got a couple of books on it, and over the years I've done a few exercises, and I generally do quite well. I think I could do it, but I'd probably have to prepare it a bit, because even doing C2 in English, as you'll see in my videos sometimes, isn't amazing. So yeah, could I get C2 in Spanish? That's a good question. I like to tell myself I could, yeah. I don't know. I read quite a bit in Spanish. I certainly watch television, speak to people every day of my life in Spanish, and have done for like 12 years. So I guess so. What languages do you master? That's a good question. Subscribers to the channel will tell you I'm pretty close to mastering English. And I think my Spanish is quite good as well. Yeah. When am I starting my Twitch channel? Yeah, I'm 31 and I have 2 kids, and I don't understand Twitch at all. I teach a lot of teenagers and they're always telling me to go on Twitch. What do you do? Do you just play on the PlayStation? What do you do? You'd ace C2 in English. Yeah, thanks, Giovanni. I should. I should. Yeah, I'm a native. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, you got C2. Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, I think, yeah, I'd be fine doing the C2 exam. Seeing as my channel focuses on that, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? As your subscriber, I'm so curious about how you ended up teaching English, why you moved to Spain. If it's not too personal. It's not too personal. No, basically, yeah, I was at university, met my now wife, moved to Spain, started teaching English. And, it's not that I absolutely love teaching in person, because I'm a bit of an introvert, but I do kind of enjoy it. I have a laugh. I especially like talking to teenagers. They can be very funny. And yeah, it's not a bad job. Basically, yeah, I moved to Asturias because I met my now wife, and now I've lived here for 12 years. I've got 2 kids here, and doesn't look like I'll ever be leaving, no matter how bad it gets. Yeah. Are you going to repeat this live stream? Because I gotta go right now. Yeah, don't worry. I think I'm gonna probably do this more regularly, seeing as well, it seems like I don't have to actually come up with any plan, because you're all doing so great. Oh, someone's disappointed that I'm married. Well, not as disappointed as me. No. I'm joking, of course. I'm on my own. No one can hear me, so it's fine. Okay. Oh, thanks, Giovanni. Yeah, that's very nice of you to say so. I'm glad that my channel helps. Yeah, I kind of think that as I have kind of a serious sort of life, that doing a YouTube channel had to be something that I thought was giving some kind of value to someone. So I think teaching English was the only thing I'm really in any way knowledgeable about, like on a sort of more than surface level. So, I've always hoped that the channel would help people. But I think it's only in the last couple of years that I've really started helping people with the channel, because I think at first it was this kind of, you've got to be funny, you've got to be doing these little edits with memes all over the place, and sometimes I made a good video, but I think I was missing the point a lot of the times. Yeah, yeah, my kids are bilingual. Yeah, absolutely. That is one really good thing, yeah. One thing I can be proud of, if I'm absolutely terrible as a father, which I think, you know, I'm muddling through, but it can be difficult at times. The one thing I can say is I've spoken to them in English from the day they were born, and yeah, my little boy, he's 3, he just mixes it all up. He'll say a whole sentence in English, then another one in Spanish, and then half and half. It's really funny to listen to. And my daughter speaks perfect English, but chooses not to. So she can understand everything fine. And then if she has to, if she's speaking to someone who can't speak Spanish, she'll switch into English. But never with me. Never with me. She listens to me speak English. I read her Brothers Grimm bedtime stories every night in old English, and she understands every word of everything, but she'll ask me questions about the stories or about what she's done at school today. She'll answer me in Spanish. By the way, there is a video coming out later today. I just thought I'd let you know. For those of you who are listening, there is a video coming out in 1 hour. In fact, that's when I've got it programmed for. It's coming out at 1 o'clock, looking at some keyword transformations. And we're going to be looking at the Objective Proficiency Students book again. I've done a few videos on that lately. I'm just going through the book, looking at different exercises, trying to add some value rather than just, stealing content. I hope I am adding value to it. I'm trying to explain how you get the answers and so on. Did I say that talking with teams is flaming? No, I couldn't get the word. Sounds interesting. No, what did I say? Did anybody hear what I said about talking to teenagers? I think I said it can be fun. No? I don't think I said anything else. Anything else would be weird. I think I said it can be quite fun, can be quite entertaining. Entertaining, maybe I said. That rhymes with flaming almost. Yeah. It is said that English people are very keen on series and movies. Is that true? I'm really, I've got a few things that I really love, like films and series. If I get into them, I really get into them, and I obsess over them, and I remember lines from them and everything. But yeah, I've got to say, I'm not. Oh, here we are. We're back again. Yeah, I'm not. I have kind of an aversion when people suggest a film or a series to me. I kind of have an aversion to start watching it. It takes me a while to get into it. I don't know how to explain it exactly. I guess I'm not a very open person. I'm not open to new ideas and new experiences a lot of the time. But I don't know. I mean, what kind of series do I love? Like, the things that I really loved were comedy, British comedy, from when I grew up. So the 90s, 2000s. I Alan Partridge and The Office, the UK version. I was really into a lot of things like that, and a load of others that are less famous, of course. But I'm just trying to think of things that maybe people internationally will have heard of, which I'm not sure I did by saying Alan Partridge. That's a very English comedy. But yeah, I don't know. You've got a great channel. Thanks. Channel, thank you. He learned Spanish for love. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Latest films. What's the last film I watched? What is the last? Hey, the drilling's back. Anyone who's watched any of my videos recently will have been hearing that contributor. My neighbour drilling his house to pieces. He's gonna have no house left. Okay. How do I pronounce that name? You've got your test in December. Well, good luck with that. And thanks, teacher Zdenek. He says you've got a great channel. Keep up the good work. I did a podcast with Zdenek a few months ago. When was that? Seems like forever ago. But yeah, he's got a channel. Check that out. Check him out on Discord. Check him out on Instagram, on YouTube as well. Teacher Zdenek, if you can see him there in the comments. Bulgaria. Thanks, Alexander. I'm glad I'm helping with the CPA preparation. Yeah. Yeah, so Roman has mentioned here that my channel, half of the material is for sort of A1 to B1 level stuff. And I would say that most of my subscribers now, most of the people who watch my videos know me for making C1, but particularly C2 proficiency level stuff. But it's true that I set up the channel originally for my language school and for the young learners because they seem to do really badly on grammar. And so sort of my first 100 or so videos were bilingual. I was speaking in Spanish and explaining the grammar in real layman's terms to essentially a young audience. And then I kind of switched a bit to focus on what I was enjoying a bit more, because I made all those videos for a series of books that we had, the Kids Box books for younger students. And once I'd made all of those, I was getting tired. I was thinking, because I also made a lot of books that went with the videos, or rather the videos went with the books. And yeah, I just thought, I don't know how long I can keep this up. Very niche. I'm not sure how big the audience could be for this, which at the end of the day is important. If you've got a YouTube channel, you have to be making something that people want. Oh, you try to watch sitcoms, at least one sitcom a week. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. What you're saying there, that the scripts in sitcoms can be absolutely amazing for learning a language. I sometimes switch South Park or The Simpsons into Spanish, and the amount of vocabulary you learn in another language, it's just, those scripts are tight and they are using really specific colloquial terms. And you think that really you're going to learn more by watching a National Geographic documentary. You're wrong, you're not. You're going to learn more putting The Simpsons, certainly more useful vocabulary putting The Simpsons or South Park in English. You really are. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be specifically colloquial language, but you learn a lot of pretty high level intellectual terms. I've got to say, you learn a great range of vocabulary and grammatical structures listening, if you're listening carefully, of course, if you're listening superficially, anyone can do that. You know, that's like playing classical music to an unborn baby, isn't it? You know, but you know, if you really concentrate on something that has a very tight, complicated script, like The Simpsons, like South Park, like any sitcom, like Friends, you're gonna pick up some really useful terms. Um, yeah, Zdenek says I can come back on his podcast. Am I allowed back on now, Zdenek? Yeah. Yeah, we managed to avoid talking about anything controversial in the last one, so we're gonna have to really touch on the demonetizable material in the next one. Yeah, not so many videos for learning it. Right, I see. So Roman was saying that half of YouTube's materials on English seem to be designed for A1 to B1 level. So I went off on a thing about my channel. Half of my channel is, the first half of my channel, if you look at my old videos, it's all for really low level stuff, for A1 to B1. Very, quite literally what you're saying there, which is why I thought that was a reference to my channel. But no, I read the comment incorrectly. Hi from Cádiz. What is a sitcom? Alba asks. It's a situation comedy, or situational comedy, as Roman says. Yeah, absolutely. So anything really where you have the same characters in the same situation week after week, though the stories often don't connect from one episode to another. So you know, you can have something like the Simpsons would be a sitcom, The Office would be a sitcom, Friends, you know, and then to a lesser extent, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. Yeah. So Zdenek says I have a fantastic niche. I agree with that. It's a fun niche. I don't know if I have it though, because at the moment we're looking at, you know, yeah, it's good. I'm not complaining. You know, a few hundred views per video is fantastic. But obviously, I need to improve, and we need to get bigger. So this is a way for me to do that. This is a way for me to connect with you guys, so that you can be my disciples essentially, and go out and spread the word of, well, not the Lord, but what are we going to call me? The teacher, the prophet. Is prophet going a bit too far? I think it is. Yeah. Any specific site to watch them from? No, but you know, I mean, The Simpsons are on Disney, aren't they? South Park's on Netflix. Friends is on Netflix, I think. You know, if you've got any of those sites, then yeah. But there's loads of free ones that you're not allowed to use, but you can find them. If you just type in Google "watch X" for free, then not X, put something else in. I didn't mean not X. Don't type that in. Oh, so Alexander from Bulgaria. You have inspired me to study English in depth. I must say that it is something none of my other teachers could do, which speaks for itself. You know, I think this is a thing, though, which is unfortunate for teachers, is that we're often teaching kids who are sent by their parents. You know, they're obliged to come and learn. And it's, I don't know, it's a tricky situation. I think a lot of the time, even if you get a private teacher, there's going to be an imbalance in how much you want to learn, how much they're willing to give you. There can be teachers that are too pushy, teachers that are not pushy enough. You know, I like the YouTube format because it means I can sit down and make a video that I want to make, answer questions about the things I have said, And if I make a mistake, just address it in the comments or whatever. And it's a lot more relaxed. Generally speaking, I don't like the way the world is moving towards an sort of online hellscape, but but it does have its advantages, particularly for someone like me. If I could make a living doing this, yeah, I would enjoy this more than teaching in person. So going back to what Alexander's saying there, it's understandable that you're not inspired by teachers per se. It's a difficult relationship if you're in a class, even difficult if it's in a private class. The personalities can clash. YouTube is, you can take it or leave it. No, somebody comes, sees my video, they hate it, just don't watch it again. It's fine. If they like it, they can stick around. If they love it, they can become a channel member. And that's another thing I need to talk about. Yeah, the members. We do have a member section on this channel, but we have, I don't know, I think a bit of a lack of communication there. I think some people are just, becoming members to help me out, and that's great. I really appreciate that, but it is there essentially so that I can make personalized videos and so on. But I'm getting very few questions or things sent to me, so I'm feeling kind of bad about that because I haven't been making exclusive material over the last 2 months, really. Yeah, that's something I'd like to do more of, definitely. But anyway, that's for people who are members anyway. Who else have I got talking to me here? Hello, teacher Mariano Aguirre. Hello, Mariano. You're consistent. People know they're getting, that's why it's working. Well, Zdenek, is it working? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with how the channel's going. Yeah, definitely. Rafael, Masty, I guess Master. What's your favorite accent? Asks Rafael. Rafael, I'm guessing you are Polish, right? English accent. Your favorite accent? I gotta say, I like Americans a lot, and I don't know what part of the US, but I do like American accents. I mean, all of North America. I mean, Canadians and I guess the California and New York, if they're sort of very extreme, can be kind of grating. But yeah, I listen to a lot of American podcasts, which is something I don't know if I recommend. That's very high level. Listening to people in real conversations, that's really tough. I kind of like the accent where I'm from, the north of England. I don't mind the way people speak in. I'm from Sheffield. I quite like the way people talk in Lancashire, so Manchester. I kind of like that. I think it sounds sort of softly spoken. You got the Edinburgh accent, of course. That always sounds cool when people have a softly spoken Edinburgh accent. It's very soothing, So I don't know. A series to master British English, and Rafael says Afterlife. Afterlife, is that with Ricky Gervais as well? Is that one where his wife is dead? Yeah, I love anything Ricky Gervais does. I loved The Office, then Extras I thought was really funny as well. And then Afterlife, and I really liked the other one that's on Netflix. What's it called? When he plays, I don't know, what is he, like autistic or something? What's the name of of the character. The name of the series is the name of the main character. Ed, Eddie, Ernie, something like that. I think there's an E in it. It's not coming to me though. I don't know. Yeah, so someone's saying I like the 50 questions because I sometimes don't know some of the answers and I look up the words. Yeah, I know. I like those long videos as well. I like making them. I think they're very fun because it's just question after question, information after information. And when I watch a video, that's what I like. I like to get as much information as I can. So I understand that. It's very difficult finding 50 question quizzes of a high level in English. You look for them online, they're difficult to find. So I've been thinking recently about maybe once a week, just through the week, creating my own 50 question quizzes, but that's some hard work. And also then if I've created the quiz, obviously I'm not going to be doing it and I'm obviously going to get them all right. Well, obviously. I don't know how obvious that is. With me, I could make a mistake or two, but yeah, I don't know. I could do that, I guess. I could do that. It's an option. Fiorella has to go. It was nice to hear you. Yeah, blessings. Cuídate mucho. Yeah, same. Likewise. That's with Ricky Gervais. Yes. Yeah, Teacher Zenix saying Downton Abbey, Peaky Blinders. Haven't watched any of those. They're the typical ones that I was talking about. People are always raving about them, and yeah, I haven't watched any of them. I have watched Afterlife, yeah. From the Cayman Islands. Hello from the Cayman Islands. Yeah. Take me there. Oh my Lord. What's it like not paying tax? What a life. What a life. Oh, you wouldn't like Spain. Hello from the Cayman Islands. I concur with you. You have made quite a realistic point about the student-teacher relationship. From my experience, private courses for a certain level seem to be the most effective. Yeah, I think so, because you can sort of tailor-make. Derek, there you go. Blanca, thanks. It is Derek. I knew there was an E. I knew there was an E in the name. It's Derek, all right. Well done. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when you've got a private teacher, that's certainly better. You can see very quickly if that's going to work or not, and then you can move on if it isn't. And yeah, you can tailor your learning experience. Definitely, the teacher can tailor the teaching to you, essentially. So, what would you recommend to interiorizing the words and integrate them in vocabulary? It's difficult to remember new stuff. Yeah, this is really, really difficult, and I think it comes from a combination of everything, right? I get asked this a lot, and the answer is often more confusing. But it is quite simple, really. What I would say is to interiorize things. What do you do as a child to learn vocabulary? You hear it again and again and again. So listening to it and seeing it in different situations is obviously really important. But when you hear a word that you don't know, right, that you don't understand exactly what it means, you need to look it up, right? An expression that you hear, if we kind of just more or less hear it and more or less understand it, that's fine if you just want to get by. But if you're looking to pass an exam at a high level, that's not enough. That's not enough. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sit down, get on word reference, look it up. You're then going to have to try and use it. Now, this is a problem if you don't have a community where you can be speaking English all the time. Particularly having high-level intellectual conversations is quite difficult. So what I recommend, I mean, if you're active in Facebook groups or on Twitter, that's a really good place. right? You're going to probably have opinions about, I don't know, TV series or politics or something. And you're really going to want to rip into people, or you want to criticize, or you're going to want to um, say how much you like something, you want to defend something. I find that the online world, in that sense, I would often try and write out my thoughts in long paragraphs on comments, in comment sections, and I would be very meticulous to not make a mistake, and I would read through it and see, is that absolutely right? And then I would be thinking about that quite a lot. And I don't know, it depends what kind of a brain, how your brain is wired, but I would often be thinking about that comment through the day and be like, oh, maybe I've said that wrong. Maybe that preposition wasn't exactly right. This was me in Spanish. Um, Another thing I used to do to learn Spanish, to improve my Spanish, was I got to a level where, after a couple of years here, where I could have a conversation essentially, about most things, but I couldn't really go into great depth. And I thought, well, where can I go from here? Where can I go? And I picked up a book in a shop. I looked on the back cover. It was a thick book like that, a novel, and I thought that looks difficult. It was in classic literature. It's from the 19th century, so I figured, it's going to be hard, but it won't be complete. It won't be old Spanish. So it was called Fortunata y Jacinta, and they said on the back that it was considered to be second to Don Quixote and the greatest pieces of Spanish literature, or something like that. And I remember sitting down, and on the first page, I think one of the first words I read was adoquines, which mean cobbles, which are the stones that make up the old roads. And I was thinking, yeah, this is exactly what I need. And I didn't only read it, I listened to the audiobook at the same time, which I found free on LibriVox.com. And so I would sit there in front of a computer reading. No, I had the paperback version, so I'd be reading the book, stopping the recording every time I didn't understand a word, looking up on the computer, looking up the word on word reference. And I did that with Quixote. I did that with the what they call another series of books by Benito Pérez Galdós, the Episodios Nacionales, and the national episodes, which describe battles and stories from the last century, from the 19th century in Spain. Very, very interesting. And that was, I was listening, reading, studying, listen, read, and read, study all at the same time. And then, of course, I had the great advantage of being surrounded by Spanish people all the time, and being able to use those words, some of them, in conversation. And you'd be surprised how much you learn that way as well. But you've really got to go to a variety of places. You've got to go to sort of classic literature right through to South Park. That kind of mix is the thing that's going to, you've got to immerse yourself in a language just the way you would in your own language. You're going to be immersed from birth in your own language. You're going to be surrounded by everything in that language. Well, you've got to do the same. The sounds, the sights, the studying, everything has to be, or at least a part of your day has to be focused on that, right? And there's no one way to interiorize something. It's about repetition, and focus, real concentration. Like I said, just putting the radio on isn't enough. Just listening to something in the background, watching something absent-mindedly won't work. You've got to really concentrate. Hello from Vietnam. Wow. There you go. Mainstream books to revise. So what do you mean by mainstream books? Do you mean textbooks? Mariana, hello from Brazil. Hello, Mariana. Yeah, that guy from the Cayman Islands there. He likes my comment about the Cayman Islands, maybe. I'm doing quizzes. Great. Do you have a hobby? How do you like to spend your spare time? It's interesting to know what hobbies English teachers have. Yeah, is it? I play a lot of paddle, which is a very Spanish and South American game. I think originally, I think a Mexican guy invented it in Argentina. Am I right? Something like that. I played last night. I'm playing again tonight. I've got training on Wednesdays, so I do a lot of that. I play a bit of football once a week as well. So they're my hobbies. I'm not just thinking of sports. Um, really, that's what I do to unwind. Yeah, definitely as much sort of team sports and competitive sports as I can. Really, I try to do that every day if I can. I'm rubbish at going to the gym and running and stuff like that. I've tried it many a time in the past and I absolutely detest it. So I think those days are over. Really, I just have to. I have to be on a court. I have to be beating people, scoring goals, getting points. That's the only way I can do anything. Yeah. Oh, such as okay. So this person has specified now. Objective. Yeah, I mean textbooks. I mean, I don't know. I've taught very little proficiency. Surprisingly, I've got my channel, and the only books I've used with it are objective proficiency. I think. I used the Raymond Murphy grammar book, the C1, C2 uh, grammar in use, the high level one, the highest level one, the green one, and then I use exam papers. And essentially, what you can see on my channel is basically what I would do and what I have done with private students. Just giving them a range of exercises, but essentially following a book. I think objective proficiency is a really good one, to be honest. I think it's a really good one. Yeah, it prepares people really well, but you've got to mix that up with a range of, with a few exam paper books. There's proficiency 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you've seen those books before. I use a few of them in my videos. Yeah, you need to be using past papers, sample papers. Yeah. Roma. Teacher Zinnick says, English teachers are like any other people. For example, I love football games and beer. Yes, I would agree with Zdenek there. Okay. Yeah. So Rafael says I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Ewan McGregor's version, not Alex Guinness, was it? Alec Guinness? Alec Guinness, I think. That's a better Obi-Wan Kenobi, surely. I'm gonna make a big confession here, and I've told you I don't cave to suggestions. I'm not very open. So I loved as a kid the original Star Wars films because when I was about 8 years old, I essentially had a year off school. I went to live in Italy for about 6 months, and then and then uh, and then what happened? And then I came home and just missed the rest of school. I was about 8 years old. I was living with my grandmother, and they had remastered the original Star Wars films, and they were in the cinema. And my uncle would take me to see one of them practically every day. I don't know, it was a strange period of my life. I remember watching all of them. The Empire Strikes Back was the one that I used to love. The big conflict with the father. I wonder what was going on there in my head. But yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, that's the point I was getting to. I've never seen episode 1, 2, and 3, and I saw. What did I see? The Last Jedi or something like that. I saw one of them recently, one of the new ones, and I hated it. But Ewan McGregor, I quite like Ewan McGregor in Trainspotting. Trainspotting was good. And I am saying train spotting. That's my accent. Yeah. I hope you don't get too hammered before your classes, Nick. It would be fascinating. Yeah, don't drink and teach. Yeah, don't drink and do anything, really. But don't, yeah. That's never a good idea. Yeah, objective proficiency. Textbooks for PC like objective. Yeah. Like I say, I don't really use any other textbooks at the moment. But I'm sure I'm going to try some out. What TV shows would you recommend? On the writing part, I've done a few writing videos. I've got a few of them that are still private for members only, but I think I have one that I need to make soon, so there will be some writing videos coming out. How to use complex vocabulary for a CPE speaking. I think we're getting back to how you interiorize new expressions and vocabulary, right? You know, you're not going to be able to use it unless you are using it in your real life, because speaking has to come across naturally, right? In a natural way. And if you're trying to use big complex structures and things without being fully confident, that's going to be very noticeable in the speaking exam. So you've just got to practice it as much as you can. Try speaking to yourself in English. That's something that people I find are a bit embarrassed to do. I mean, how often do you speak to yourself? I don't know if everyone does this. You know, I've got an internal dialogue going on, and often it becomes external. I'll just walk around the house speaking to myself. And I find that if I do that in Spanish, I feel more fluent in Spanish when I have to speak to real people, as much as I avoid that. Thanks for your advices. Advice is uncountable. Sorry. It's great to listen to you. I'm sitting an official state exam in June. Alba, so are you Spanish? Oposiciones, are they? To be a primary school teacher, and it's high level of English. You're familiar with the exam, I'd say that, I don't know. What exam is it? Oposiciones for primary school, I guess, you know, for primaria. I don't know what you'd call that exactly. What level is it, though? Because I don't know what level they require for primary school now. I don't know. I had a student a couple of years ago who she was amazing, Nuria. I couldn't believe it. She was just so good, and she's never even she speaks with a British accent, like a neutral English accent. She didn't learn English abroad. She learned it here in Gijón, just like going to academies and stuff and imitating people on the telly. She genius level. And she was studying to be a high school teacher. She already was a high school teacher, English teacher, I think. But they required like a ridiculously high level. So I don't know what she was trying to do exactly. That confused me a little bit, because I've met high school teachers here who teach English, and their level can be good, can be okay, but she was crazy good, and she was worried about how the exam would go. And I thought, there cannot be another candidate like you in the whole of Spain. So what are you worried about? I don't know. Maybe it was false modesty. I don't know, but she was really working hard, and she was very methodical, very meticulous and conscientious. Although I'm a native speaker, you have helped me improve my understanding across the board tremendously. Right, native speaker, yeah, and the Cayman Islands, yeah, they speak English, right? Hey, where did fire happen? You know, the documentary on Netflix. That was amazing. Was that in the Cayman? No, where was that? Or was it somewhere near Barbados? I don't know. Where is the Cayman Islands? It's the Caribbean, right? How close is that to Barbados? Where did fire happen? Does anybody know where Fire Festival happened? That blew my mind, that documentary, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, Zdenek. Don't get drunk in front of the screen. I've never made a video drunk either. That that could be that could be horrendous. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good idea. Though in lockdown, I was drinking quite a lot, and some of those videos may have been slightly under the influence. But anyway, all water under the bridge now. Make a complete guide to gap text. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate the gap text. You're talking about the reading one, what is that, part 6? Yeah, man, that's horrendous. I hate it. And the videos never, some of them do okay, but people can barely sit through them. The writing on the screen, I can never get it the right size. It's horrendous. And I try to give my techniques as how to get through it, but frankly, it's hard. It is hard. It does suck, as you say, whatever your name is, because I can't pronounce that. The guy from Vietnam, right? A book to learn English, not to pass an exam between B2 and C1. A book to learn English, not to pass an exam between B2 and C1. Not to pass an exam. Yeah, there's ones to learn less than B1 and more than C1. Yeah, sure, there's B1 books and C2 books. I don't know. I think you'd have to be more specific there. I recommend you do the on-screen and close-up series. Okay. Abuela Gutierrez. She's got to go. Bye. I will do live streams again, I think. Yeah. Seems to work. Yeah. Smashing Grammar is a great grammar book to have, by Craig Shrives, and My Grammar and I by Daniel Smith. My Grammar and I by Daniel Smith. Oh, okay. I might have a look at those. I speak to myself every day, says Blanca. Yeah, great idea. Yeah, oposiciones required. A C2 level? What? That sounds crazy. What, to be a primary school teacher? We're gonna have a real shortage of primary school teachers in Spain if that's the case. Oh my god. Yeah, I find that hard to believe. That's crazy. Maybe I should use a complex vocab. I don't think it's so. Blanca's saying maybe I need to use complex vocab when I speak to myself. I don't know about that. It's about using accurate vocabulary, isn't it? It's like, surely you have some complex thoughts and you try to work out what you think by talking to yourself. I do that. And you come up with essentially an equation, don't you? You come up with the most efficient way of, and concise way of expressing how you feel, right? It's very important to be precise and concise in your own language, I think. And so, yeah, it's not so much about using complex vocab when you're rambling to yourself, but it's about knowing how to say exactly what you want to say, I think, right? Yeah, Zdenek's got an interesting point there. He says, why don't you send voice messages instead of normal ones? I've often said that as well. Voice messaging has, really changed things. I like voice to text as well. Because if you're doing voice to text, you can see how accurately you're speaking as well, and see if the machine understands you at least. And yeah, definitely, that's a really good way to do it. Yeah, there's communities with voice chats. Zdenek's got one, absolutely. Check out his Discord. Yeah, absolutely. Terry Pratchett or Charles Dickens? I don't think I've read anything by Terry Pratchett. And by Charles Dickens, I have read Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, Tale of Two Cities, and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, A Christmas Carol. Yeah. And the ones I need to read still that I know of and I've thought about, and they're in my mind: Pickwick Papers and Bleak House. Bleak House sounds like an interesting one. Great Expectations was a surprisingly fun book. It was like an action movie written in the 1860s or whenever it was written. It was brilliant. Really fun. They always are. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is really fun, isn't it? I tell you what, Charles Dickens is Tale of Two Cities as well is just, again, a thriller. They're thrillers, aren't they? And you're reading them and you're tense, you're nervous, you don't know what's going to happen. You kind of get a feeling that everything's going to be okay in the end, though. For the main character, it usually is. Yeah, my favorite novels. I think probably my favorite novel is I've got a couple. I think Wuthering Heights. Yeah. I don't know. I've got a few others, but that was one that really made me think a lot. And don't want to spoiler alert. It doesn't turn out great for the main characters in that one. I'm already an English primary teacher, but if you don't do this state opposition, state exam, you can only work in private schools. I want to work in a state one. Right, what? So they're requiring C2 level for primary school teachers. What, for teaching English at primary school? And if so, that is crazy. There's no way you need to be C2 level to teach English at primary school. I mean, it's a great ideal, it's a great idea to think that is attainable, but that everyone needs to be at C2 level to teach young children. I don't know. I think you've got to be realistic. I don't know how many people in Spain are at C2 level. How many people, and how many of those people that are at that level are trying to become primary school teachers. That is crazy. I don't know. That sounds really ambitious by the state, but we know the Spanish state is one of the most ambitious in the world. Cayman Islands is near to America and Cuba. Yeah. So the Caribbean. Yeah. I'd watch a drunk video, says Roman. Yeah, who wouldn't? There are consequences, though. You don't want that much chaos in your life. Pages that provide quizzes. I like ESLLounge.com. That's pretty good. You've got a load of activities at all different levels there. Sometimes a bit too easy, some of the activities. You've got examenglish.com. English Aula, that's English AULA dot ARG. I think it's an Argentinian website, I think. Or .AR, I can't remember. Yeah. Scrooge, damn it. Oh my god. Teacher Zdenek has just reminded me of another comedy that... So Scrooge, oh my god. Check out on Netflix. It's called I Think You Should Leave. It's a sketch show, and I love it. And there's an episode where Scrooge, there's a sketch with Scrooge being visited from the ghost of way future. And and he says, obviously Scrooge, if you know the story of, I was going to say Nightmare Before Christmas. Of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge gets visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas still to come, is it? Christmas future, essentially. I think in some versions they call it Christmas future. Yeah, and this android visits him from Christmas way future. I absolutely loved that. I thought it was funny. Anyway, a Korean drama, not Squid Game. Oh God, that's another one everyone's telling me to watch, and I haven't watched it. I don't know how much more dystopian stuff I can watch where, it's just making me think that they're hiding in plain sight, frankly. They're just laughing in our faces, the elites. Complex vocab sometimes, and that's cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think any TV series, it's not necessarily a natural way of speaking. It's a very concise and anything that is written in a script with a high production cost. It's going to have a very concise, tight script, and they're going to say exactly what they mean all the time. So if you can learn to speak like that, then yeah, you're well on your way to passing the C2 exam. Thanks, Mariano. It recently dawned on me that the teachers in our country are kind of plagiarizing quizzes and put them into our control tests. Who isn't plagiarizing? Like, I've got an English academy, right? And it's I spend thousands of euros every year buying books from Cambridge University Press, and I use that to do my classes. So I kind of figured, well, why can't I do that online in a reduced form? I think it's fair use, isn't it? I'm just using an exercise. It's not. I'm actively telling people to buy the books, because it is good to have them yourself. So that's the way I sleep at night. Yeah. The Office, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen the American Office, so I don't know if you're talking about so that's Daniel Goodson there. The American Office, I've never seen it, but the UK Office, yeah, I absolutely adored that. It was my favorite thing ever. Past, present, and future walked into a bar. It was tense. Zdenek, are you drunk? Yeah, man. I'm in CL in CN. I'm in CL and CN? What's that? What is CL and what is CN? I should know that. It's the first time that I have the chance to join your live streams. It's the first live stream I've ever done, David. The first time. So, welcome. I have been looking for CT material and strategies, and now I found your channel one of the best. Thanks. That means a lot. It really does. So thanks for that. I'm a CL. I need to work this out. In CN. What is that? I'm a Colombian in Connecticut. I don't know what that is. You need to tell me. Both are cool. What, the English and the American Office? Yeah, so I'm told. Yeah, I've seen clips from the American Office and it looks funny. Yeah, different kind of humor, I think, made for a different audience, essentially. No, an American audience, different senses of humor, I think. I never really prescribed to that idea that one is superior to the other, though, either. It's, a lot of English people are quite snobbish about that. And I love American comedy. And I also love English comedy. That, as though there were one thing, of course, there's a lot of rubbish English comedy and rubbish American comedy, but yeah, certainly a lot of comedians I listen to are American. The majority of stand-up I listen to is American. So yeah. So all I say is here, you just need a B2 to be a primary English teacher in Spain. That's interesting. I would have thought that was right, but I'm sure I don't know. I'm sure there's something there. I keep hearing conflicting comments about that. So what level do you need? C2 seems ridiculously high. B2 seems realistic, yeah. This Squid Game has been so hyped, but doesn't seem worth watching. Yeah. When I was told what it was about, I immediately thought of Hunger Games. Yeah, I've been told that I haven't seen Hunger Games. I'm so old. I'm so out of touch. I've always been like this. I haven't seen Hunger Games, but I've read A Tale of Two Cities, so I think we know who's winning. Yeah, I need to watch some stuff, don't I? YouTube has kind of made it impossible for me to do anything. When I turn the telly on, I'm just straight on YouTube. I'm just like, Netflix, I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. No. YouTube, please. Just give me something that the algorithm thinks I'll like. I ran out of characters. Does it give you a maximum amount of characters, this thing? That's crazy. Chilean in China. Wow, that's interesting. Chile. Yeah, that's a place I've always thought would be a cool place to go. I've often thought, I don't know, fascinating country, it seems. It's kind of like the fact that it's so long and goes from so high up in North America in South America to so low down. So you have those extremes of temperature, then the extremes of altitude, and then all that coast. I mean, it must be a pretty beautiful place, I imagine. Yeah, in China. Wow. So Roman made a joke up. What do you call a person who rips people off? A scumbag? Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. That's a good play on words. Okay. So, Alba, hi. I doubt you can't pass the opposition exam with a B2 level. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a debate. A furious debate has started up here in my in my chat between Olga and Alba. Like, what do you need? Does anybody actually know? What do you need to be a primary school teacher? Does it actually judge it on, like, does it actually say you need to be B2 level? Does it actually specify, or does it say you just need to get this much out of this many questions? Or does it call it higher intermediate? What does it call it? So does it specify what level it would be in the European framework? I don't know. What are you going to go through if a cat sues you? A paw suit. Oh dear. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, there's Denix saying, yeah, B2 to C1 seems fine. Yeah, to teach primary? Yeah, surely. Yeah. Tell me not to watch something, yeah. Yeah, reverse psychology. Don't watch this, Danny. Then I won't watch it. Yeah. I'm gonna stick around for another few minutes until my video comes out. It's coming out in 4 minutes, so I'll get off when my video comes out. So you can all go directly there and share it all over your social media, which I'm sure is exactly what you're all gonna do. Yeah. Alicia says terrible C2 exercises in the oposición. So is that like an affirmation? Is that a statement? Yeah. Can you leave this live on the channel once you finish? You have a lot of interesting points that may be useful. Yeah, I think I'll leave it up. I'll leave it up as public. Why not? Might help me get some more views. Yeah. There you have an example of a question asked in 2019. Where? Oh, are you going to leave it? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll leave the live up. Why not? Why the hell not? Hopefully it won't take views off my off the next off the video that's coming out right now, which would be annoying. Because I've done that before. I've made a couple of videos in the same day, and it not necessarily a good idea. I can't risk losing a single view. Yeah. I don't know. This was fun though. I think I'm going to do this more often. I don't know when. Don't know if I'll announce it. Oh, you put a link to the questions, right? Okay, thanks, Alva. Yeah, I can't see that yet, but okay, cool. All the way from Sri Lanka. Well, there you go. Somebody's saying hello from Sri Lanka. Alpha X. Yeah, doesn't sound very Sri Lankan, that name. I knew a guy from Sri Lanka. His surname was Tharmaratman, I think, which I think is a really typical Sri Lankan surname. Yeah, you meet a lot of Sri Lankan people in England. On the summary writing, yeah, I've done some. That's part 1, right? Yeah, I think I can do some videos on that. I'll probably do more. Yeah, I'm sure Alpha X is not your real name. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Check out my video that's coming out right now. And yeah, I think I'm going to make sure I don't delete this. How do I stop this? All right, I think I've got to click the X, but will that delete the video? No, I'm sure it'll just stop it, won't it? It'll just stop it. You're sitting the test tomorrow in Vietnam. Well, good luck to you, sir. Or madam. I don't know, because your name, I don't think that's a real name, is it? Sorry if it is. Jung? Jung? As in like the Swiss? Was he Swiss or German? Psychologist. Thanks, Zenik. Zenik, tell me, what do I do? Do I click? I'm just going to click the X and see what happens. Yeah, let's just go for it. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Bye. Unplug your PC. I'm on my phone. Okay, bye.